Now let's get into the rumor mill. Like I said previously, I need to add something into the confirmation section, and that is Resident Evil Verse. RE-Verse is the multiplayer game that we talked about that was potentially going to be happening. It is a standalone game. See the gaming section if you need more details. All right, moving into the actual rumors, we have a Kingpin rumor. That's right, Vincent D'Onofrio. This one's kind of should have been expected because we have so many Charlie Cox rumors, and now we have apparently quote-unquote confirmation about Charlie Cox. So Vincent D'Onofrio being the other giant character in that series on Netflix that is no more. Yeah, sure. Likelihood that we're going to see Vincent D'Onofrio, and the rumor does not pin him to any one particular project, which is bodes well. So likelihood that we're going to see Vincent D'Onofrio. I don't feel good about going over 50% for this because it's kind of sort of based on another rumor. Not that this rumor specifically says because Charlie Cox, but it's still kind of because Charlie Cox. So 50% likelihood we're going to see Vincent D'Onofrio reprising his role as the Kingpin. Batman the Animated Series, really, this is just more sources coming to say the same thing, that they're working over HBO Max to do a new sequel series, and now it's the rumors are specifying the animated series, not the New Adventures, not Batman and Robin, but the animated series. So yes, please and thank you. We're gonna bump this one up just a scotch. We're gonna say right about 70% now because of the sources for this new rumor. Next, we're talking about WandaVision. There's a new rumor that WandaVision is going to do two things: that it's going to introduce us to Mephistopheles, and that Mephistopheles is going to be the villain for Doctor Strange 2. That's all the rumor really says, so we're just going to address it as such. I don't know that there's not enough sources. Every source is guessing at a different villain. A for WandaVision and B for Doctor Strange 2. So I can't. Let's say 40% just to hedge our bets. I don't think it's unlikely, but I just also don't think it's very likely. So 6 one way, half a dozen the other, and then a little bit less. Moving right along, we're talking next about Joker. This one is actually kind of two rumors in one. First rumor is that Jude Law is now rumored to be getting eyed for, I think that's a coherent sentence, to be getting eyed for a Joker role. Now, I phrase it as such because there are other rumors, and this specific rumor goes on to say that he is going to be one of many Jokers in what they're calling the Joker-verse. Joker-verse is the other rumor. There's going to be multiple Joker movies taking place in different time eras and eventually dealing directly with the Bat that are going to... It's going to be different people in the moniker of the Joker, and kind of none of them being the real Joker. It's just a very strange situation. My hoodie is falling off and my ears will freeze. So we're going to do this as two different rumors. So first, Jude Law being looked at to play the Joker for something. Seems like a decent one. Very weak source on this. We're gonna say 40% there. Jude Law would be an interesting choice, but definitely not a lot of people's first choice. So there's that. And then Joker-verse. This, oddly enough, seems slightly more likely than Jude Law. So we're gonna say 50% there. It sounds like a bad idea to me, but we're just gonna leave it at that. We're moving on. Next, we're talking about Deadpool, and this is a very quick update rumor, kind of. So if you want to believe the other rumors that Ryan Reynolds has signed the largest contract in MCU Disney history, then this rumor says that the reason it's the largest is because it's technically one more project than everybody else has signed that also has very large contracts. And that one more brings it to a nice even 10. So rumor is that Ryan Reynolds has 10 projects that are going to be in the works. That's not 10 Deadpool movies. That is just 10 appearances as Deadpool. So very potentially, we're looking at like 3, maybe 4 movies, including probably a team-up movie if Sony and Marvel can work that out. So Spider-Man team-up movie with Deadpool, please. And then a bunch of cameos and walk-ons and so on, or minor roles, if you will. So I'm going to say, sure. This is rumor based on rumor, though, so we can't go above 50%. X-Men, we're talking about the potential casting of Bobby Drake. That's right, Iceman is very potentially going to be played by Tanner Buchanan from Cobra Kai. The kid, so there's a lot that lines up here. He's young, he's an up-and-coming star, and he's probably cheap. Also, they could rope him in early and get him to sign a large contract so that we could grow with this character, because that's what Feige is want to do. But it's from actually a pretty decent source, but it's only from one source. So I'm going to say that because of the decentness of the source, we're going to bump it just over halfway. We're going to say 55% for Tanner Buchanan. And then our final piece of rumor is Mandalorian. This one's technically not a TV rumor. This is a video game rumor. Another pretty decent source, but again, just the one, is saying that we're going to be getting a Mandalorian video game, and not just Din Djarin is going to be playable, but we're also going to be able to play as Boba Fett. This seems super freaking likely. We know that Lucasfilm Games is a thing again. We also know that Mandalorian is probably the greatest thing since sliced bread as far as Disney Plus is concerned. So I'm putting this one up. There's a very large part of me that says this is not going to happen, but I'm going to ignore that and put this at about 60%. As we get closer to actual development and stuff, we'll probably start hearing more about this, but until then, 60% for Mandalorian the game. And that is the rumor section.